Very pleased to have with us on the program right now from girlsguidetoguns.com, Natalie Foster. Natalie, how you doing tonight?
I'm so good, Kim. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for coming on the show tonight.
Oh, well, thanks for having me.
Hey, my pleasure. Saw this story from the San Francisco area. Are guns becoming more popular with women? And as I said before the break, when they're writing about this in the Bay Area, where they would love to ban handguns if they could. I mean, they've already, tried to ban pet stores and sitting on the sidewalk and Happy Meals. They'd love to go after guns if they thought that they could get rid of them all. The idea that the local media asking the question and apparently answering in the affirmative, yes, more women are becoming gun owners. Oh, that's such a wonderful thing to see, Natalie.
Absolutely. I mean, that's definitely what we're going for over here at Girls Guide to Guns, and the fact that, I absolutely agree with you that they're writing about it in the Bay Area. And, I'm a Californian. I live here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
It is not super gun friendly. Although it's funny, it's not gun friendly in terms of, politics.
Right.
But you'd be shocked at how many people, once you bring up the fact that you're into guns or, you're a firearms owner, you'd be shocked at how many people are very sympathetic to it or just interested or, they don't know anything about it, but they want to be a part of it. It's really surprising.
I'm guessing for a couple of reasons. I mean, we say, I say on this program quite a bit that the gun control movement relies on ignorance and fear.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, maybe you become aware that, I really don't know a whole lot about guns. And you get interested and you get curious. So when you find somebody who actually is a gun owner and you live in a place where, culturally, the predominant theme is, gun ownership is bad and horrible and you shouldn't even think about wanting to be a gun owner. I'm surprised that you don't get stopped every day, Natalie, and inundated with requests. Take me to the range. Take me to the range.
Well, actually, I do. Yeah, no, I think I've had 3 requests today. So
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. People ask all the time. They're fascinated by it, and you're exactly right. I mean, it's definitely a fear and ignorance thing. And once I think it's really, it's on us, gun owners, to really approach the people who don't understand it. And you got to be willing to, talk to them on their ground and admit that, there are some horrible things that come out in the media, but you know what? That is so skewed, and it is not representative of gun owners at all. And so, once they understand that, it's very quickly that they become, excited about firearms, and they want to join in too.
Oh, yeah. It was fascinating. In this story from CBS in San Francisco, they talk about a Women on Target event. And then there's this really weird, because I guess they got to try to have balance, and you can't just have a story with nothing but women gun owners. So they have a quote by Dr. Garen Wintemute, who is an anti-gun researcher, and he says that when women own guns, he says, we have very clear data. Here in California, we looked at over 30,000 women who bought handguns. The risk of homicide did not go down. He says, in fact, it actually doubled for women. Men, on the other hand, he says, who bought handguns reduced their risk of homicide by 21%. So is
Wow.
there, I'm curious, Natalie, I mean, that sounds like a really scientific way of being sexist.
Incredibly. I am shocked. It's kind of amazing when, don't even get me started, but the agenda thing, it's amazing the way that they skew their data. I mean, the guy probably thinks that we have smaller brains too, It's like, it's kind of ridiculous. And actually, it's kind of insulting,
Oh, yeah.
And there's no way that statistic can be true. Honestly, when it comes to firearm statistics, I just have stopped paying attention, especially when it comes from the mainstream media, because I know what empirically my experience is. And, it's funny, someone the other day called me like a 5th or 6th wave feminist because, and I don't claim that at all, but I thought it was hilarious because, I'm all about empowering women, as are most women shooters,
Sure.
You want to have that empowerment and that, the fun of shooting. And we can defend ourselves if need be,
Well, yeah.
And that to me is not what it's all about. I got into guns just because it's really fun, and I wanted to connect with my dad,
Right.
But the byproducts have just been amazing, not the least of which is just hanging out with the girls and really connecting with them and the camaraderie. But, you know, it's also the fact that I can defend myself and I don't fear things anymore. You know, like if I'm at home alone, I've got my gun right there and I'm good. I'm all good.
So when Garen Wintemute says that, quote, the NRA's claim that more women are buying guns is a ploy to sell more guns. He said, quote, they had basically sold and resold their traditional market, white guys, and they needed to broaden the market. You think that's a bunch of bunkum then?
This guy is laughable. I really want to sit down and have coffee with him and just go, okay, here's what's actually happening.
You know, he would probably have you make the coffee, Natalie.
I'd be shocked if the guy has ever met a gun owner, honestly.
Well, it certainly kind of sounds like it hasn't met too many female gun owners.
That's right.
Yeah. So girlsguidetoguns.com. What can folks find at your website, Natalie?
Oh, we've got a variety of information and entertainment. We've got everything from what you should wear to the range and what is classy and not classy that a female shooter should be doing and wearing, and of course, like safety and all the basics. We like to, you know, I'm kind of I say that I like to bring new shooters in. You know, we're not for the experienced shooter. We're for the people who, like myself, honestly, I got into it just a couple of years ago, and I was completely clueless, and I've just, you know, I dove in head first, and I've learned so much, and this firearms world is fascinating and so much fun, you know, and so I really try to just let people know, let women specifically know that it's not intimidating. And once, bless your hearts, you know, you guys sometimes just make it a little intimidating. And so once we get all the girls and, you know, the girls club, it's all good. And we have a lot of fun with it, you know.
Well, I listen, if I've ever been intimidating, and I don't think I have out at the range, I think I'm usually quite the opposite of intimidating out of the range. Because I don't get out there often enough. I apologize for that. But, Natalie, you know, you say you're out in California.
Yeah.
Right? All right. So the next time that I'm out there on the West Coast, which may be in June, can we go to the range?
Oh, my gosh. Please. I'm so excited that you're coming to our lovely state. And let me tell you, California is fabulous. It's just that the people screw it up. So you can come out and I'll show you all the wonderful things about it. It's really a great place to be. And I'll take you to all the best firearms places around town.
Oh, excellent. All right, Natalie, thank you again for coming on the program tonight, and look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thank you so much again. Talk to you soon.
All right, Natalie Foster with girlsguidetoguns.com joining us here on NRAnews.com and Sirius XM Patriot.